Right, so today I'm going to talk about how to win a team fight when they have a team that can pretty much instant kill you as soon as you put a foot wrong. So they have an Akali who's pretty fed, with a Death Cap and a Gunblade and the Zhonya's, an AP Nidalee who's pretty fed as well, an Ashe who has an arrow that can catch you off guard, a Mumu who has Ultimate that can catch you off guard, and Blitzcrank who can hook you and kill you instantly. So they have Baron buff. We really do not want to fight against Baron buff, but sometimes you don't have a choice like this when they're pushing into your base. Now, this is a Soloqueue game, to point that out there. This isn't how I play in a competitive 5v5 game, but for Soloqueue games, this is 100% how you want to play. So, I'm going to basically aim to bait my team. As awful and selfish as that sounds, that's how I'm going to play this. So I'm going to stay sort of within this border here, where I can attack within here, but they can't really come here at me without sort of hitting my team first, I guess is how you want to put it. So that's where I'm going to basically stay. Just play this out a little bit and just see what happens. So Akali here messes up. This is actually a big mistake from her. Takes a bit of damage. But you see, I'm still... A lot of people will be tempted to sort of go in here and go up here and then ultimately shoot here onto Akali. Now, I think if you do that, you lose the game, basically. A lot of people will be massively tempted to do that and get the kill on Akali because he is one you're worrying about in this team fight. You want to get rid of this Akali. But at the end of the day, as soon as you go and shoot this Akali, and Mumu's going to hit a bandage from here onto Sona, and then his ultimate range is probably about here, and then his ultimate hits you and you die. Because as soon as you get hit by one single thing in this kind of game, it's when you lose and you just die. So, I wanted to point out quickly. So here the team fight comes in. Sona only hits a Blitzcrank, which in my opinion is fine, because if you take one person out, it's great. I'm going to take one shot, not even a shot, and a Q here onto Blitzcrank, and then back instantly off, because a Mumu could have ultimated me there, and I don't want that to happen. Now I do have a Quicksilver Sash and a Cleanse to stay safe, but, you know, I don't want to do that. Now here, this is another thing here, is I baited this arrow onto Lee Sin, because there's actually no way Ashe could have hit me with it. But I walked backwards on purpose in order for Lee Sin to get arrowed because I do not care if he dies. That sounds really, really selfish again. My playstyle is very selfish in Soloqueue, so that's a lot of what you're going to see. And then he gets arrowed, I shoot a trap at Ashe, and I run away and leave him alone to die. And I come over here, I kill this guy, the Mumu, I get a double kill, which is great for me. And ultimately, it was probably at the expense of my teammates because Nocturne could have died there, Lee Sin could have died, and I don't really care. So here, I try and snipe a kill into Nidalee because this Lee Sin's not very good, and suicided himself for no real apparent reason. Now, I do have my flash up. Just something really to note. I have my flash up. I could flash onto this Ashe here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use my E to get onto Ashe instead. Get the kill onto Ashe for the shutdown gold. And I flash here to hit the Nidalee. That's a good flash because there's no real sort of scariness. But then he kills the Nocturne, and I get the kill. So I got 4 kills there, I think. That was 4 kills for me, which puts me at 10-3-3, which is basically their Akali. But if I didn't bait my teammate and tried to make my own plays there, I think we'd have lost that team fight in general and end up losing the game. Hopefully you learned a little bit from this video. I know it wasn't the most educational as such, but hopefully it makes you think a bit more about team fights, and baiting your teammates is okay. Don't listen to other people when you say, don't bait your teammates, it's the worst thing you can do. No, go ahead and bait your teammates if it makes you live and ultimately makes you be able to make plays and win the game.